All right, today we're going to tune into a frequency that you might have thought was, well, long gone. We are talking about the return of radio that actually has a human soul, a genuinely groovy vibe. And we're going to dive into the new platform that's trying to bring it all back.
Seriously, just think back for a second. Do you remember when turning on the radio actually felt like an adventure? You know, when a real person on the other end was just genuinely excited to share a new song with you? When the music it had a soul. Yeah, that's the feeling. Hold on to that. Now, to really get why going back to that feeling is such a big deal, we first need to talk about what was lost along the way. We have to look at what's called the corporate radio void. See, over the years, as these huge corporations started buying up all the broadcast stations, a certain kind of space just got hollowed out. A creative space, a human space. It didn't happen all at once, but believe me, a huge void was definitely left behind.
And look, the change was dramatic. We went from that groovy FM vibe, with real humans curating stuff, helping you discover music, with actual personalities, to the corporate void. Just automated playlists, the same repetitive songs, and totally impersonal. Sound a little too familiar?
But what if that void could be filled? Well, that question brings us right to the heart of what we're talking about today, a project called One Groovy Planet. So what is it exactly? Well, One Groovy Planet Radio is an online platform that was built specifically to fill that empty space. Its entire mission is to bring back that unique human touch to, well, not the airwaves anymore, but to our data streams. Okay, so that's the what, but the real question is how. I mean, how do you actually build a vibe? Let's break down the 3 key ingredients they use to craft that groovy experience. Turns out, it all comes down to a really simple but incredibly powerful 3-step formula. It starts with the music itself, it's brought to life by real people, and then it's delivered straight to you using the best tech we have today. First up, the foundation, the music. And this is not some random algorithm-generated playlist. Nope. One Groovy Planet Radio is actually a showcase for their very own music label. That means you're hearing original songs curated from the ground up. And, a really important point, it is all completely family-friendly. And this right here? This is the absolute core of it all. This is crucial. Every single thing you hear is put together by a human being. There are no algorithms making the decisions. This is all about passion, not just passive listening. See, they're building a whole community of content creators, artists, musicians, producers, the modern-day artisans, if you will. So, the final piece of the puzzle, how does this cool, old-school vibe actually get to you in the 21st century? Simple. They embrace modern technology. They use the latest in streaming to just go right around the old corporate gatekeepers and deliver this whole experience directly to you wherever you are. The end result of all this is captured perfectly in this one quote. Radio with that groovy FM vibe that you never knew existed. It's that classic feeling, for sure, but it's also something new, something fresh, and it might just be the thing you never even realized you were missing. Which brings us to the final, and maybe the most important part of the whole equation, you. Because this isn't just some concept we're talking about, it's really an invitation. Remember that feeling we talked about right at the very beginning, that radio with a soul feeling? Well, this is your chance to find out if it's still out there. It's a real opportunity to rediscover something you might have thought was gone forever. So the invitation is simple. Check them out. We've been following them for a while now, and they're always thinking outside the box, reinventing things. I wouldn't bet against them. When you tune in, you're not just listening to music, you're really connecting with this community of creators, building something different. And believe me, they have a place for you. So, we'll just leave you with this thought to chew on. As our world gets more and more automated, as algorithms start to curate every part of our lives, maybe the most radical, the most innovative thing we can do is just bet on people. In this age of algorithms, could the future of media actually be more human? Thanks for tuning in.